going to show you how to get your Autel Maxidas 708 set up for a BMW. This one happens to be a 528i. The year and the month on this is a 10 of 96, and the OBD port is here, but because it's between 96 and 2003, we are not going to use that. We're going to use the one that's under the hood. On our way there, we're going to look and see what kind of class or whatever marking this is. On the hood support it says E39. You're going to need that. So the first thing we do, because we're not going to be using the OBD16 plug like we normally would, which everybody's familiar with, you know, that's the part that screws into the scanner. This is the trapezoid shape that interfaces with the DLC, diagnostic link connector. We're going to use the BMW 21, the old school round plug. So we get that plugged in. So once we've got our round connector connected and screwed on like it's some kind of printer, the next thing we do is we're going to open up the pickle jar on the DLC. It should turn just a short turn counterclockwise and then lift straight up. It interfaces with the Pac-Man mark that's there. So you do the same thing, look at this plug. Note the orientation of Pac-Man. You can color it yellow if you want. That'll cheer you up every time you have to work on one of these damn things. Plug it in like that. You'll notice that the power light on your DS708 comes on. And you just turn the power on. Now, one thing that's a little different from this versus the OTC Genesis or some of the other scanners is it does not have an internal battery. It gets its battery power either from the supplied cables that go to the cigarette lighter that plug in here, or the wall, or the USB, or whatever it is, and it gets its power from here. So that's kind of convenient most of the time, but just be aware of that. Alright, vehicle programs are updating. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to choose, well, first of all, European. If I was on USA or Asian or something else, then I'd have to go to European first. So I chose BMW. This is a 5 Series. Remember, it was a 528i on the deck lid. So I choose 5 Series. And then on the hood strut, remember we looked on the other side? This one's not, oh, this one's marked too. That's great. See, it says E39FK. I'll turn it sideways so you can read it. That's not easy to read. It's not supposed to really stand out. It's supposed to kind of blend in, I guess. So E39. Once we get this loaded up, don't use the scroll thing on the side. You'll look at my screen when the power's off and you'll see a big old scratch line forming right there. I don't like that. Use the page up and page down. So this is going to take a minute because you know what? I forgot to turn the key on. This would be a good time to turn the key on, perhaps. There we go. Of course, the furnace is going to kick on at the same time. So, as I said, push the page down. And as we scroll through all these, I already know, you see all this 520, 523, we're getting higher. 538, or 528's there at the bottom. So I page down. I notice, before I page down, I see that it's a 36. So when I page down, I see 36 at the top, I see 43 at the bottom, which is also a 528 model. So I page down again, and it looks like that's the end of it, but you can see the 528 is the 44 number. So I go up, so I see 43. So there's one more down there that's a possibility of, or yeah, one more, 43, 44. So those are all possibilities. When you click on that, it asks you, is it USA left-hand drive or is it European left or right-hand drive? It's USA. So I look in here and it says model year 1996. This one happens to be 10 of 96, which makes it a 97. So we have to click OK. It'd be nice to be able to back up from here, but that's not an option. So we escape out of here, page up. Protection, that's a bulletproof one. That's only available in Mexico. No, it's not that. This doesn't give me the right year range. Neither does this one. There's all these different ones that you'd have to go through, and it gives USA left-hand drive, all this stuff. Model year 96, and it's not one of those either. So we'll have to escape back out of that. Gives you Russia, gives you all these other ones. This one happens to be number 40. You go in there. You click OK, and then go to control units. If you like, we want to clear the airbag codes on this. That's what we've been asked to do. So you go to body, choose airbag, and we can read the codes. And we're supposed to have a passenger side front airbag disconnected code. So we did the blower motor on this, and we looked there, side airbag, passenger side rear. That's not the one we're looking for. Passenger pretensioner, that's the one that tightens the seat belt down, uses a little gunpowder or whatever, bam. Side airbag, driver side rear, no. So rollover sensor, occupancy detector, all that stuff. So he's got piles of codes. He's got chipped paint. He's got leaves in the induction for the HVAC. I mean, he's got all kinds of stuff wrong. But this airbag that was disconnected is not one. So he just wants us to clear his codes for free, basically. That's what's going on here. So erase the codes. ETCs, freeze frame, yeah, go ahead. So this is how you communicate with this stuff on a BMW. You know, like the airbag and the ABS and all that kind of stuff. You got to do it through this using the Maxidas DS708, and it does it great. Erase codes, command sent, perform read codes function to verify. Alright, why not? So go back in, read the codes, make sure that they're cleared, system passed, no codes detected. So that's how you use the Maxidas DS708 on a BMW. If you try to use the OBD16 plug with this cable up in there that we showed you, you are in for a world of frustration. It is not going to be fun, and I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for your frustration if you already did that. That's why I'm making this video. I got so mad. I'm just like, I've tried it because there's so many menu options. It could be very frustrating. So now you know. As far as a phone book thick instruction manual for the Maxidas, I talked to tech support. I talked to Eric, who is awesome, who was what do you say, he was diplomatic, he was courteous, he was respectful, he was knowledgeable. If you're going to get somebody in tech support, you know, hopefully you get Eric. That'd be great. So sorry, Eric, I don't mean to bog you down with all kinds of people, but I do want to give you some props. That's what we're doing here. Long story short, the Maxidas, you know, they use the computer systems information for each different manufacturer. Did you see how many information things there were there? Got to turn the key off. Let me turn the key off. We'll take you back out. We'll show you. So it's important when you're using these things to make sure that the key's off when it's disconnected. Sometimes these things are real picky, and you know, depending on the make and model, and especially BMWs and European cars are fussy this way. If it detects that a computer that was on the computer area network has gone down, let's just leave that connected so I have a power source. If it detects that something's been disconnected, sometimes that can trigger the check engine light and make codes come on, and then you got to start all over again, and who wants that? Phooey, I don't want that. So we have power. You also see on this, it'll show if it's communicating with the car and if it's communicating with your Wi-Fi. It's supposed to be able to send a signal to your printer with software and be able to print things. You can take pictures on this. It's got a removable USB card that you can put in a little card reader holder that comes with it, and be able to make changes. You can see that scratch right there. Yeah, it's gone. Alright, so if we choose European, look at all these different manufacturers, and they all have their different computer means of diagnosis. Like this has a plug here, and it also has the one for compliance. For the compliance plug, the OBD2, to be able to sell it in the US, you know, the Association of Automotive Engineers, they all do that, OBD 96 and newer, but they still want you to use this for everything else. And don't think it's so horrible, because this information is here that you need, and then the VIN number is here that you may need to input for a picture or a printout or whatever. So it's kind of nice to have those things handy. I mean, that's thoughtful of BMW to do this. But these guys all have their own different systems, their own different ways of going about it. So, you know, the instruction manual for how to do this would be just ridiculous. And one of the things that is helpful that they do is that I didn't know to look here. I'm kind of a rookie at these. So you go 5 series, what is this? I have no idea. So you push help. This is awesome that Maxidas did this, and it shows a picture. It shows the marking on the hood support. I mean, that's just awesome. What a handy, helpful thing that is. So, but anyway, look at all of these different manufacturers. You go to Asian, you see all the Asian ones. You go to USA, you get all the. There's 3 of them. It just seems like there should, I don't know. There used to be so many, Packard, there used to be a lot of different manufacturers, but these are the ones that they have. When you go into Chrysler, of course, you get Dodge and you get Chrysler and Jeep and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, start new session. This is annoying. This drives me nuts on my truck. I got to redo my Chrysler thing. So all except below, because if you go with this one, they want you to use the Mitsubishi setup because it's a Mitsubishi computer system. These guys do the best they can to cover everybody, but there's still so much to do. But this is so much more cost effective if you can get it to work for what you're doing. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's gone too long. I tried to make it instructional to help people so they don't go through what I went through frustration wise on that. I should have known better. It's just I've got so much going on right now that it's just learning a new computer system's a little frustrating sometimes. And some, you know, like there's like that Buddhist quote, you know, if your cup is already full, you can't add to it. I've got so much on my plate and so much that that I have learned and that I am learning that I'm a little overcooked, overworked right now. So my cup runneth over. So be thankful for having so much to do and being busy. That makes me happy. But at the same time, learning a new computer, maybe I'm a little bit quick to expect more than what I should on this. So anyway. Hope this is helpful. Be sure to subscribe, click like, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll answer them best I can, or oftentimes other people answer them for you, or the answer you're looking for is already there. Cheers.
To talk to you, press 2 to
What
connect
the
free
heck?
now. Ladies, press 1 now. Guys, press 2 now.
What the heck is this? It's some chat hotline. So this is fun. The phone number that you see in my phone that we were just calling is 288-3587. When I look in here, for the US, it's 1-877-288-3587. That's 288-3587. So I look here, it's 288-3587. That's what I called. That's my last call.
If this is a question regarding registering or updating your Maxidas DS708, please view our online tutorial series by going to www.youtube.com/AllTellUS and subscribe to our channel. You can also like us on our Facebook page to receive up-to-date information of future updates, products, and video tutorials. Thank you for your patience.
That means that my Wi-Fi is hooked up and this should be working. They're saying to go to the tutorial, and I've been on the tutorial. I could do a tutorial on it. Fact of the matter is, it just doesn't hook up to be able to register the dang thing. Something's wrong on their end. I tried just doing it with the blue cable directly to the internet. Same thing. No dice. So there's a lot of other people that have been on the phone with tech support, and I'm sure they've got the same thing. I'm sure that's why they did that message. But you can do it just the way they say. It doesn't work.